One of the neat things about coming into this role is I can say I've come from the regional level, and I know that chambers are still the beating heart of the business community in any town that you go to.
The new president and chief executive officer of British Columbia's Chamber of Commerce made a stop in Nanaimo on his travels around the province on a fact-finding mission to determine what are the needs of businesses today.
When it comes to finding out what do they need, I think this is sort of the existential question of any membership organization right now, which is what do we need now to be relevant? How do we deliver value to our members in an economy that's changing so quickly?
Val Litwin took over the reins as the network's new leader at the end of September after serving as the CEO of the Whistler Chamber for 3 years.
I tell you, downtown has improved dramatically over what it was when I started.
He says chambers are a pivotal part of the social fabric of communities, but is learning they could be better at getting that message out.
You know, chambers around British Columbia are not just important for business, but they're important for the communities that they operate in. And I think one thing we often lose track of when we have the economic conversation, and this is maybe something we could do better moving forward, is the economy and the economic good and the social good of any community, they're totally intertwined, and often business issues touch on social issues. And what I found coming from the Chamber Network and traveling around the province is quite often it's the Chamber is the only independent voice that will stand up in a community and say, hey, we need this rec center, or we need to invest in training for youth, or what have you. So we've always had that business lens, but I think where we could do better is we could really connect it to the social outcomes of any community, because when you have a healthy business community, you, by definition, often have a healthy social community as well.
The Chamber has been around for 70 years and now represents 36,000 businesses of all sizes and sectors throughout the province. Litwin says they have a strong track record of helping shape policy that supports BC businesses, and they will continue to work with government to find creative solutions to some of the bottlenecks that affect growth.
Some of the top issues we're certainly looking at, housing, no surprises there. We were talking about this morning. You know, net migration out of communities into other communities, the loss-gain matrix of who's getting the smart people. Certainly we want to be able to attract people to the province of British Columbia to keep growing the economy. So housing, affordable housing is a big issue for us. Skill development and training is a priority of the BC Chamber Network, but it's also a priority of the province. So we've been working very closely with Minister Bond and her team to make sure we're ready for the economy that is emerging.
Litwin says, as the voice of business in BC, the Chamber is ready for its next evolution and wants to broaden the conversation with young entrepreneurs.
Again, we're an old network and we have incredible strength, but we have to develop new strengths as well. And I think a big part of that is certainly figuring out the experience, not the transaction, around some of the historical things we've done, everything from events to how we serve our customers. We need to stop talking about benefits. You join our chamber to get a discount here, a discount there. We want to create a tribe and a feeling around our network, which is we're a savvy group of entrepreneurs now. We're not just all policy wonks.
Litwin added, the Chamber has a unique opportunity to lead BC's big conversations going forward while building opportunities for all British Columbians.
And we'd like to see some of these big resource projects go ahead as well, whether it be the Site C Dam up north or the Pacific Northwest LNG. These are projects that could bring incredible prosperity to British Columbia for generations. So those are some of the issues we hope to put forward. But I also think we're at an exciting inflection point in terms of the global conversation around we all have a dream of a prosperous economic future, but we all want a sustainable one. And so to be able to be a convener of those two conversations, to be progressive, to be innovative, to not upset the apple cart in terms of what are the things that still power our province's economy, and certainly the resource sector is a huge part of that. But what are the folks in our network doing to push the envelope around green technology and renewable tech? So, and we have incredible strengths in those areas. So I think to be on the avant-garde of that conversation as we talk about transitioning to a low-carbon economy, bringing our core with us, but also welcoming in a new camp into the tent.
For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Annette Lucas.